Right, we are here, we are live. So I'm gonna, as usual, leave it up to Roy as I go away and tweet about things.
Oh gosh. Well, first of all, I'm going to do something really boring, which is pushing my stuff to the repository.
That's very boring, but it's important.
It is very important. Only problem is some of these, like, because of the way layering is done with recycling enemies, it really confuses Unity and thinks that we've changed them, but we haven't. So let's just ignore all this and commit our Bandit Badlands stuff. We will be committing the Mortar engine crash, but aside from that, all this is getting discarded because it's wrong. Very important to keep up to date with your wife. What's this? Explosion root. Sounds like a cool grass move. Saw engine object? Nah, whatever.
Saw engine, not important.
Not important.
Are you sure?
No.
Because the saw engine. Oh no, that'll be separate.
Saw engine's part of the Mortar train engine, but the Mortar train engine is.
No, but the object file, that'll be a separate thing.
Well, hopefully nothing breaks.
Don't worry. Sorry, what I'm trying to say is the prefab for the saw engine is different than the prefab for the mortar engine, and they're not connected. They just were originally copied. But if you change the mortar engine, it's not going to change the saw engine.
Good, because I got rid of it. Okay, so how this works is I'm pushing my stuff to my user server.
This is dangerous, having Roy try to describe our version control process.
And then I'm going to wait until source tree stops breaking, and then go to Sarah's online server file, and I'm going to pool to my computer Sarah file. So my Roy file and my Sarah file are different, and now I'm going to go back to my computer file and combine them. So put all the stuff from Sarah's into mine, then push from mine onto my online Roy server. Hopefully. This one, push. And that's it. That's how you make your wife happy. It's very easy. And then you let Unity cry for a bit. Unity can get very sad very often.
Oh dear, Roy.
Mr. Mortar Train, why are you way up there? Mr. Mortar Train.
Oh goodness. Why am I so bad at tweeting, you guys? Almost every time I do this, I forget to actually include a link to the stream.
Put a note above you.
Huh?
Put a note somewhere.
A note. No, I'll just.
Like above your.
I just
on your
need
wall.
to suck less. Alright.
Alright, so let's go back to Bandit Buttlands.
Bandit Buttlands.
Buttlands is a pretty good place to visit for holiday.
That's fantastic.
Let's just press play and see what happens. I don't know where I am right now. Okay, we are in.
Oh dear.
Why are there two different mortar engines? So one of them is.
Is one of them just in your scene?
Yeah. But
And is one of them in your trigger or in your
you're
level?
right.
Yeah.
Why are you so smart? So this one, let's turn them off.
Because it happens to me a lot. That's why.
We are going to go to Bandit, which is here, and we're gonna lock that. Now, mysterious flying mortar train. Yes, this is the problem I had, because we're animating the mortar engine. It's Y. that means we can't actually position it where we need it to be. So we need to go back into the mortar engine and fix it. Putting that back on. Because right now it's all screwed up. I don't even know, this is kind of bad, but I don't even know how it's animating. Because, so the sprite, that's just happy to sit there. Car bed is happy to sit there. Okay, so it's just happy in general. So what we need to actually do is not do that. We need to take this bed car, move it down. Perfect. Let's apply that and see how it goes wrong. Also, we should turn it off first.
Why do I always have so many issues?
Also, we should turn off the right thing. Okay. Somehow that's working. Now we need to make sure that nothing is animating the Y coordinates of anything. So all that's doing is the wheels turning. That should be fine. And the saw engine, looks like that's just rotation as well, which is good. So, according to this, everything's fine, which means I'm wrong. And we're gonna grab Mr. Mortar Train. Mr. Mortar Train, where are you? There you are. Could be Mrs., I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh no.
How dare you assume the gender of that mortar train?
Yep, I did. I went there. We're gonna catch them just as they start. And apparently mortar trains start in the middle of the screen. That's interesting. We're gonna move this down. So that says starts at -132. Down here is -4.12. So let's go ahead and change that to -4.12 and see if that fixes it. Does Mr. Mortar Engine go in the back on the rails? No, he does not.
That's right. L Boss MC. Hey, that lets us know that the delay is not too bad.
Yeah.
Our internet has been worse than usual today, which is really saying something. I mean, it has been terrible. Roy's been just trying to watch YouTube, right? Just YouTube. Just YouTube, not anything fancy. And it has just not worked most of the day. So we're streaming now. Hopefully it functions. I don't know.
Hopefully.
We'll see. Alright.
So this here is animating the mortar train bed car position, which is fine because that's the crash. But what is it that's causing it to stick there? Don't know.
Okay, what am I doing? Alright, so what I was doing yesterday was I was trying to get the chickens that spawned as projectiles to match the color of the chickens that are on the cargo. Because Roy wanted me to.
Okay, so here it says that the mortar train engine is at -4.12. It just wants to stay up in the sky. So we have two solutions to this. Either we give it jet engines instead of wheels, so it flies through the sky, or we ask Sarah.
Hold on, I have my own problems.
Oh no.
What on earth? I must just have okay, so it looks like I've got some kind of issue, and it's causing... I was like, how is my cargo script broken? But I think something else broken. It means that everything stopped compiling properly. So Right, it's because I'm an idiot.
144p.
It's usually the reason.
That's like watching a movie through soup.
I'm watching a movie through soup. Yeah. Okay, that's just hold on, Roy. I think I'm almost done here.
That's impossible.
I have not been paying attention to whatever issue has been plaguing you, so you're gonna have to re-explain it to me. I do apologize. For that. Also, I'm not quite sure. I think my Unity's crashed. I think it's recompiling. It's really not happy with me right now. Here, I'll leave it. Unity, you just try to get better. Okay, what's up?
No matter where I set its Y coordinate, it always goes there.
Okay, this is probably your fault.
Most definitely.
Maybe not.
I'm trying to see anything that changes its position.
Surely the animation?
There is no animation.
On the mortar train?
Yeah.
It animates moving.
Does it?
Go to the very top of the mortar train. And, where are we?
Here.
Okay, nothing there. That is strange. So is this the position you wanted it to be at?
No, because we'll figure out what the position needs to be. Because it is currently there, but it's up here.
Okay, then go down to...
Is there an animation script? More train AI script? Back range? What is this?
It shouldn't change based on... Oh... okay, hold on. So let me just see.
It wasn't my fault.
Alright. You big fart. I like to blame you, though.
It was the mortar engine's brain that was
telling
itself to go up there.
Which is a brain that I designed. I don't know for sure, though, because I think it should be using its own... Alright, where are we using it? New position X. New position. Right, okay, so it should be using... So see here what it should be using is its own position. The only thing that I can think of is that this original change position is getting called...
over the Q.
Yeah, it's getting called before the Q applies its X and Y position. Also, someone's speaking. Make sure everything's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yes, just commenting on my blaming of Roy. That's fine.
I'm blamed.
I'm sorry. I'm a terrible wife. Okay. All right. So what I think is happening is that, so see, this is supposed to get its current Y position right here. But what I think this is getting the position before the Q then changes its position.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just bumped you. So where is this called? On enable.
I can just change the script, right?
What?
Because it's saying here what the ranges are.
No. But that's so I've made this very confusing for you. Let me just move this so everyone can see what we're talking about. So this Y is not Y. I maybe need to write a new, because I want to use a vector here, right, to describe a range because it's easier than having two separate variables for it. But this is just a range of X and a range of X again. And this is a range of pausing. So what I might do, what I could do is I'll put this to my to-do list. For now, you just have to deal with it. But I'll put a to-do list to change the display here so that it's more obvious that this is not X and Y, that this is something else. Thanks, Elboss, for following.
What was that sound?
Quick check. All right. Okay. So, right. So that's not the problem, but there is a problem with the order of operations happening in my script, and I'm sorry, I just closed your inspector like a jerk. I'm sure you can sort that out. Hold on. All right. So I need to think a bit. Okay. Thinking. So what we need to do is slightly delay this happening, but. Okay, so this is only called here and here. So let's let's just cheat. We're gonna cheat.
But you never cheat.
This is probably a terrible idea, but otherwise it's gonna be a pain.
Thanks, Akos.
Wait, how do I? Okay, wait. I can't maneuver my butt enough for you to see it more. You're just gonna have to wait. You can see my face in Roy's.
Yeah. Oh. Things are getting spoopy.
I don't know who Elboss is.
It's Elboss.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who this is.
It's our new friend.
Based on the I can see your butt, I don't know if Elboss can actually see Akash's butt. If Elboss can actually see Akash's butt, then I can only think of one person that Elboss would be.
Oh.
But I don't know if Elboss can actually see Akash's butt. No, it's sorcery. That means Elboss probably can't actually see Akash's butt. Okay,
or
so
can he?
He or she. You don't know Elboss's gender.
I'm assuming genders, honey.
It's not you, but you assume male by default, and that is sexist.
That's because I have penis.
Anyway, I'm trying to type. You're very distracting.
Fix his brain.
You'll return. New wait for seconds. I was like, what was I trying to do? We're going to wait for 1 second before it comes onto the screen. So you're going to have to spawn it off screen whenever you spawn it so that it doesn't do weird things.
That sounds like food.
Oh no, Rhinesian is here. So Rhinesian may actually be able to see Damith's butt. But Elboss is a wizard and is calling the SJW police.
They're now canon. Wizard canon.
You guys are great. Okay, so we're waiting for seconds and then we're done. So what this is gonna do now is we're gonna do a coroutine instead of just calling this. So then let's get back up here. We'll do start your mom. No, don't do this to me. I'm bad at typing on someone else's keyboard in an odd position. Oh, is this gonna work? Turn mortar fire on. Change position. No! Okay, so wait, hold on. So we gotta do this differently. If... oh, bollocks. No, we'll just do... int... No. Float. Delay. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. This is hacky and horrible. Equals 0.
That means it'll work.
No, it's really butts. Okay, so that's fine. Someone's speaking.
What? That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's like 2 switches.
Well, it's not that much really. I mean, for dev kit, because dev kits can be really really expensive. So really, that's not that bad. Elboss is in C#. I'm usually fine with it. I'm just. It's because I'm on someone else's computer and talking to people at the same time and in a weird position.
Do you want to do this on your own computer?
No! I'm almost done. Okay, so wait, we're delaying here. And then what we need to do is just pass in that delay. So we are doing start coroutine, mortar fire. No, not mortar fire. What am I talking about? All right, so it's change position, not forward. Change position. Not forward, and that one's going to be 0 delay. And here we're going to do change position. We have to start coroutine. Someone's speaking. I hope it's not important, because I'm not paying attention right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
And here we're going to delay. We can just delay, like, if we even just delay 1 frame. We don't even need to delay this long. We don't even need to do this. Let's not do this. Screw this. This is wrong. We're not gonna. We're gonna you'll turn null. Because by the time we delay 1 frame, okay, and we're only do if it's forward. No, we don't need to do it's forward. What we need to do? No, I lie to you.
Anytime
we don't want to delay.
My brain is just
bool delay equals false. Okay, so my legs are dying. I'm in this horrible position. If delay, yield return null. Okay. So we're only going to delay if we tell it to, and we're going to delay on enable only. Delay true. Every other situation, we're not delaying. Okay, because we only need to delay 1 frame, because right after we do this, then it's going to change the position to the right spot, and everything's going to be fine. In the original frame, it's just happening after it. It's order of operations issue. I think this will be fine if it compiles. I probably broke something.
Make sure it's not playing.
Clear. Stop. Clear. What? Stop it. Clear. Stop. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So let's see if this mortar engine goes onto Dusty and Billy's face. It does. Look at them there.
Is that what you wanted?
Oh no, that's because I moved them to the wrong place.
Okay.
There they are. They're shooting us very badly.
Where is it?
It's there. You see? Behind the mountains.
Oh, okay.
So all I need to do is move the right place.
So you put it in the right spot now. Okay.
Thank you, honey.
Make sure you also put it off screen to the left, please.
That always helps when I go to Sarah.
Yeah, but I caused the problem in the first place.
Doesn't mean you're not the solution.
Alright, has my Unity... Oh, my Unity unfroze while I was away. That's lovely. Okay.
Good.
And I no longer... I can now have access to my cargo script. That was broken before. Alright, what am I doing? So these chickens randomly generate in different colors. So what I need to do now is somehow...
Somebody... Let's see. Hey! They're on the right tracks this time. They're a little low. Let's make them 50. And by 50, I mean 46.
That sounds pretty magical, boss. Alright, so...
I have a table like that too. Actually, you do.
I know, I have a house like that too. It's like when I go to work, suddenly everything gets cleaned. So for sometimes the clothes get left folded on the floor. It's a bit weird.
It's where they belong.
It's a bit weird.
They like
They're
lying
on
the
floor, folded. I don't understand why that would happen. It's almost like some husband fairy leaves them on the floor folded instead of putting them away.
You should bless your husband fairies. They will do a lot of work for you.
They do a lot of work for me. Most importantly, my husband fairies have food ready whenever I get home from teaching all day.
It's the most important job. Oh god, that's a lot of
Roy, that might be a little bit loud for people.
Oh. Let's turn my speakers off.
You can either turn your speakers off, you can turn down desktop, but
Okay.
I was just saying thud thud thud. So I have a feeling that he's referring to the cannon fire.
Yeah. Let's just leave our machine gun up there so they can shoot down all the rockets.
Rip thud thud thud. Alright, so. Oh. Okay. So when I stopped yesterday, I've been working on this weapon projectile color by ammo. So it occurred to me, I was thinking about it, I'm gonna actually need to keep track of also the ammo module. Weapon ammo. Keep on thudding. Really creepy neighbors. Yeah, I'm sure that's the reason. You guys are amazing.
Oh, whoops. I forgot this was still a thing. Lifty, stop breaking Billy.
What did you do? I don't think it does. Actually, I don't know because that's the loading screen, Billy, and I haven't seen that in ages because I don't usually do things that have loading screens right now. So I'm sure maybe I probably broke it, you know. I'm just gonna assume it's generally my fault, actually. It's funny because in that loading screen, it looks like Dusty's holding Billy up with one arm.
Yeah.
She's just this amazingly strong, physics-defying woman.
I didn't realize how good this machine gun would be for shooting down mortars.
Yeah, because they only have one health.
Yeah.
But if you need to change direction, it's not as good. So, you know.
Keep on thudding.
Right, okay.
Trying to figure out if this looks good.
The other issue I realized during the last day, by the way, I did absolutely nothing today. I was meant to be working on Armoured engines all day. Did not, because I was so tired from yesterday. So I played Monster Hunter Stories all day. So anyway, now I'm back to work. But I was thinking about this. So it occurs to me that I don't really want to just go through the projectile and change all the sprites' colors, because I don't want to change some of the colors. I only want to change a few of the sprites that make up this projectile. How do I pick the right ones? So I think I need to have another script on the sprite that will actually do the color change. So I might just put that as a graphics script, generic graphics script. It's not super useful, but it's at least something. So sprite group color. Maybe just sprite group. So it might be useful in general to have access to a sprite group. I think that's what I'll just call it for now. Yeah. I don't know, this might not be very reusable. I'm trying to make this stuff as generic as I can, but I'm not sure about this one, but it might be useful. So let me just open my sprite, my random tint. Maybe use that example.
Well, maybe you guys can help me with my dilemma. Because right now, I can barely see that mortar engine in the back. Forget it's on the wrong layering, but this does not seem that visible because there's so much orange. It'll be much better with the cactus train, because the cactus train is very green compared to
You might
orange.
need to change. Well, first of all, that's so low down that you can't see those mortars behind the train.
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna need to maybe.
What I was thinking is like bumping them up, make a thing that like raises them up to like here.
Or yeah, you need to do something because right now they're not visible. Armoured Engines has been being developed for a stupidly long time. I don't even want to admit how long. How long has it been being developed? Probably
3 years.
3 years. Well, I think it's going on 4 years.
Oh wow.
4
Okay.
years. Very part-time until this year. Now we're going back to part-time again because I'm working again. But I'm working as a teacher. I'm only working 2 days a week now. So the other days I'm supposed to be working full-time on Armoured Engines, but I didn't this week because I've had a lot of prep to do. And actually, now I've just been given another class to teach, so I'm going to have to be doing all my prep at home rather than at school. So, anyway, I'm going to have summers off, however, so that'll be full-time dev still for us. But, yeah, basically a long time. Very long time. Amount of time that makes me want to cry, because it's not done yet. It's not even close to being done yet. The vertical slice isn't even done yet. Now I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna laugh so that I'm gonna cry. Anyway, but yeah, so it's been a long time, but it's coming along. It has had progress at least. Sprites. Those are sprites. The only thing maybe that I want to add to this might be like a ID. Good job, Elboss.
I don't want to just make a mountain of metal, even though that would be kind of cool.
Oh no, Roy and his ideas.
Ha! We want
something that won't take very long to make.
something like this.
What is that, like scrap piled up?
Yeah, so it's like a scrap barge, but it's on a train. So that will heap it up.
Okay, so the train is still low down.
Yes.
Okay. You might also try changing the colors a bit, because I think it does blend in a little bit. The saw engine's all rusty, you know, everything is orange in the background.
Maybe I'll make it blue.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make much sense for rust to be blue, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
This is fantasy rust. It can be any color you want.
You just opened up so many possibilities.
It's important to stay rooted in reality for like player immediate recognition of things, though. So don't go too wild. But yeah, we thought that Armored engines would not take too long at the beginning. It was a terrible.
We were wrong.
Very wrong. Very wrong thought. Well, then we went and made a game that didn't take very long. We made a little puzzle game, so we at least shipped something. But so we don't need this. No, we don't want that. We don't want any of this. Really, all we need. So this script isn't really going to do anything on its own.
So the problem with
It's just a container.
a giant heap of scrap is that there's a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, and it needs. Well, I guess it's not going by quickly, so it doesn't need to read too well doing that.
All right, so
Well, Akash, I have found that the game dev Twitch chats are usually okay.
let's see. We want to roundabout.
Yeah, generally Twitch chat maybe not so much, but the game dev ones, everyone's been pretty good. Usually it's other developers that watch you.
I'd say we want Mortars to be about
You guys are great.
standing on half the mount, half above the saw engine. So the saw engine is here. And it's got its wheels. Something like that. I think. I gotta write all that.
Thud, thud, thud.
Armored Thudgeons.
Oh, hail Lord, thud, thud. Oh, God. Right, you still have that turned way up.
No, it's not playing.
Whenever it goes.
Oh.
Don't want to damage people's ears.
Is that loud? Praise Thud. Man, there's a lot of stupid sounds in this game.
What? That is not nice.
I made them.
Well, okay. Some of them Levy made.
I guess.
I'm so
But
happy.
those are the good ones.
Our one of our teammates who hasn't been able to work on the game much. She does the music for the game, and very good, Roy. She does the music for the game, and also had done some sound effects and some of the graphics and stuff. Anyway, she said she's going to want to be working more on the game again, which is really good. I'm really happy to hear that. So, not that Roy's sound effects aren't fine, but he has less experience in making them. Yay.
Also thud, thud, thud.
Alright, so we've got this chicken projectile now. So what I'm gonna do is add a sprite group.
So let's go and grab some mortars.
And we're only gonna have one sprite group on here, so I'm not gonna name it. But the reason I put this ID was because then I could name it different things.
You there, ogre.
So, I think this is gonna have two things we want to change the color of. One of them is this sprite, and one of them is now, is the tail always this red color, Roy, on these chickens?
The tail.
The tail of the chicken is always red.
They have tails?
Yes, they have tails. This is red tail. And it seems to always be red. It's okay. It's fine for it to be red. See, that's the tail.
Let me go look up chickens.
It's fine. It doesn't look bad.
Well, if it don't look bad, then ship it.
I don't even know why I asked you.
Chickens do not have tails, so...
Yeah, Elboss, our internet's terrible, so it's probably just the terrible internet that's trying to shut down the stream.
Being bad.
Right.
So it's kind of like this.
You got a beard admirer.
Extension. Why, thank you. That is very appreciated. Also, we shall go find our resident scrap expert.
The scrap cart?
The scrap cart.
That scrap cart. Or the scrap cargo. There are two scrap related items in the game already.
I guess it's cargo. But we should use the scrap cargo. That's a chicken. But it don't matter, because all the cargo's on the same thing anyway.
Okay, so this new chicken needs a bib.
Here's our scrap. So we could just go blah, 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 blah.
So if I change its body to be some color.
You know, it honestly doesn't look that bad.
Where's this bib?
Despite being...
Train.
Let's see what happens if we...
Train.
Wow, that looks better than I thought it would.
This shouldn't be on the train level. This should be on the train projectiles level. All of these should be on the train projectiles level.
Bah.
Oh, what did I do?
Bah.
Okay, so this should go to 0. It's all organized. Actually, Elboss, you should have seen it before. It was terribly not organized before.
My work ethic is keep copying in case you lose something.
Okay, what is going on with this bib? Alright, so we need this to be here. Why is it so small?
I like that you call it a bib. It's really cute.
Shows your face.
I love her.
It is the angry face, by the way, Roy, so you don't have to worry. They're angry whenever they're flying.
Good.
Alright.
I want my chickens angry.
What is the...
Like my chickens, like I like my cold sores.
What are you talking about? You confuse me.
Thank you.
Alright.
I keep forgetting what color the scrap in the cargo is.
Alright, let's make this chicken not look like it's dipped in tomato sauce. Chicken wing.
They're tasty.
Alright, what I'm gonna do is dupe the chicken wing.
Alright, so we gotta get rid of this thing. Don't need that.
There. So that should hopefully get the effect that we're looking for. Put that on 3. So then we've got the wing and the body will be colored. And then what we need, all we need then is here, when this happens, we get the sprite group. Sprite group. Yeah, let's just not deal with that.
That looks better already.
Sprite group. Oh dear. Equals projectile dot get component sprite group. All right. Sprite group dot sprites dot count plus I.
Yeah, that seems better. Now we need to grab this one. How does this work? It's
Right.
like this one but paler.
So then color equals
A darker gray paler. Oh, well, how do you do?
can we just do
And this is like that, but lighter. How does that work? Okay, there's our coloring. Let's get rid of these morons.
what? Oh.
I mean, come back. No, I miss you.
What the heck?
Thank you. Just ignore
No, I'm not gonna watch you. You're just gonna confuse me. It's best if I don't watch how Roy works. It's a scary thing.
It's upsetting.
It's a scary thing. Got on my dead man's boots
And my smiling skull ring.
Wait. It's not dead man's boots, because then he says lucky graveyard boots.
Oh.
What's the first thing he says?
I
My
don't
dead
know.
man's...
Hands.
Dead man's hands! I got my something, and my smiling skull ring. My lucky graveyard boots, and a song to sing.
Suit.
Dead man's suit?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Got on my dead man's suit.
And my smiling skull ring.
My lucky graveyard boots.
And
A song to sing.
I got a song to sing. It keeps me out of the cold. And I'll meet you further on up the road.
Alright, let's...
Yeah. Elboss. Roy's the full one for him, because I have made the full, like a full body shot of it. And he just kind of looks sort of, I don't know, like nervous and cute in it, like the way he's had this body language. And then mine's like, I'm standing like this superhero or something. I look ridiculous in
Because
it.
you're my superhero.
Don't be so cheesy.
Then I won't be me.
I mean, you're very sweet. I appreciate it.
Let's grab all
I
these.
just don't want you to, like, make our viewers nauseous with your overly saccharine.
But they probably deserve it.
Roy,
What?
be nice to the viewers.
I am being nice.
You said they deserve to be nauseous.
They joined our stream.
They joined our stream. They should have known what they were signing up for.
I feel like these guys should be squinty a bit, like. Meh.
But they're not going to fire their guns squintily. Like, like, I think that would look really cute based on now that they're on this pile of scrap. It doesn't seem like they'd be straight up and down, but that would cause me problems. Please don't cause me problems, please.
What problems?
Don't make them squinty.
Oh no, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Are you gonna call it a saw engine different, or is it gonna still be?
It's gonna be a different thing now. But
okay.
It's gonna be the slaw engine. Like it carries a slaw of metal parts.
Coleslaw.
Yes. Oh, these wheels should be scrap wheels. Scrap cart, where are you again?
Further on up the road, where the gun is cocked
and the bullet's cold.
Baby, I don't know, and I'll meet you further on up the road. Hey, by the way, we sing a lot. Sorry, El Boss. You may be new to this phenomenon. Hopefully it's not too obnoxious.
It's because we need to listen to you guys instead of music. We don't have time for concerts. What are you talking about? I've only been to one concert. I was with you.
You had never went to any concert before that?
No.
Oh my god. I can't even fathom that. I mean, aside from, like, I mean, I guess I got a bit lucky living next to the Brit Festival, but I've been to loads of stuff. Yeah, the delay's pretty bad, actually, El Boss. Like, it's pretty bad. I think it's a couple minutes. It might be a minute or two. It usually gets worse as the stream goes on. But
you know, I think it looks better if they're poking out the top. Like that. There we go. They're nestled in there.
That's really cute. Okay, that does look better. That does look better. Put them up a little bit. What you could do, Roy, is you could make them at different height levels. That would make them look a little bit less uniform. Yeah, there you go.
Like this.
Yeah, that looks a lot better. Because if you can't make them go side to side, at least then they're not all like straight across. That's looking like a enemy with a lot more personality now, actually.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to redo your crash sequence now.
I know.
Because now all that crap's gonna have to fly everywhere.
Not if I strap it down. It's fine.
Brilliant! Yes! No, that's perfect.
That's
You're so
fine.
smart.
Look, all this stuff, it's fine.
You've designed around them. I'm serious. That's a great idea, though. No, we'll make it all the same. Make it like strapped, like all different angles. No, that's great.
It's fine. It's fine.
You said food. Oh no, you'll be able to see because it's on the yeah. So I don't need to tell you what you said.
Huh?
Oh, El Boss is testing the delay.
Oh.
He's performing the duties that Levy performed yesterday.
You are a good friend. I'm out of drink. Do you need anything?
No, I'm good now, but you go get one. I'll try to entertain these hoodlums.
That's good because you're entertaining.
Not really. Okay. So, well, you're not here, so I should probably switch to me. You guys get to watch my code now. It's very exciting. Especially because I try to figure out what I'm doing. So I've got this list of colors that are, or well, really sprites that I'm going to take colors from that correspond to amounts of ammo. So that, like, when I fire a certain amount, I get it from this sprite. When I fire and have this much ammo, I get it from a different sprite. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think what I could do is just get rid of this entirely and just do this. And then get rid of this color info. We don't need that anymore. So then all we need to do is this would be equal to ammo sprite. No, we want ammo sprites. Ammo sprites.
Meow.
We have weapon ammo dot ammo Now, this might take a bit of finagling to get it doing what we want, but I think this is actually going to work. So then, you're a big meow. Your face is a big meow. Right. That's dot color. So this is the color from that, and then why is this angry? I don't understand. Color. That should theoretically do what we want. So the problem is figuring out, I don't know whether the ammo will have been changed yet.
I mean, if we take each of these individual things and then turn them off and then spawn a shit ton of particles.
Yeah, we can do that.
I guess we can do that both. We'll have them strapped down and also some fly out.
Yeah, but we can spawn particles, or whatever you like.
Let's see here.
I think it'd be quite awesome if they all bounce around. But the only problem with spawning particles is it's a bit harder to get them. Getting them bouncing might be difficult. They'd kind of just.
They'd be fine. They just despawn.
They'd fall and then kind of just despawn.
Yeah.
They could kind of drift in that direction, so they look like they're falling backwards.
Sure, that's how it works.
He is back.
Huh?
1 minute 56 seconds delay.
Wow.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just our internet. There's nothing we can really do about it other than not stream.
I mean, we can reply to you instantly with the chat, just not the video.
That's true. We can. Yeah. By the way, we're not being so foolish as to also have the stream open and coming back down. We have everything else closed. Roy, you have your Facebook closed, right? You have everything closed.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, so we have a separate program that is got the chat in it. Just IRC client.
Like, if you reset, if you refresh your page, does that put it back up to the start?
I don't think it will. Because the issue is not that their stream isn't what's behind, it's us uploading. Like, we are uploading slow. So OBS is still uploading things. As from what I understand. So, them refreshing wouldn't fix anything.
No. This needs to be here.
Friggin' song stuck in my head.
But I've got this fever burning in my soul.
It's easy to play on the ukulele.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. That one's only a couple chords. It's really, and it's slow. It's really easy to play. Right, okay.
How's this working on? Something like that. What you got going on over there?
So I just realized something completely broke. Sorry, I should put you back on Roy because he's doing more interesting stuff than me.
Well, that's not actually looking that bad.
I think it's looking pretty good, Roy. I like it. I think it's good. Honestly, at this point, I changed that bottom bit back to being the orange. I think it would be better contrast.
Really?
It's just a lot of not orange now. Yeah, I think it looks good. The wheels are fine. I think they're good.
Well, I changed them to the scrap instead of
No, they're good. I like them. But I think that should be orange, and I think that the scrap Well, I don't know actually because that level is so orange, isn't it?
It's quite orange.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe never mind. Then make it a new color. I don't know. Ignore what I say.
I think we might need to technicolor our horses as well because I can't see the bandit riders at all. They're so small.
No, Elboss, we will not stop. So something really... I don't know what's happened here. Unity had an issue. Yeah. Somehow these items in my scene like lost all the values associated with them. Is this gonna be something that's wrong with everything?
Oh no. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And I applied it to the chickens, so they're gonna be broke. Version control, where are you? Save me, please. Okay. So, something happens. I'm gonna close this. Save. Alright, so I'm gonna reopen Unity because something bad happened. I can't describe exactly, but somehow all the instances of the objects in my scene lost all the values in their scripts. The prefabs were fine, but I accidentally applied it to the chicken. So what I'm going to need to do is revert that. Ah, such a pain in the butt. Oh, okay. So you guys could pause and refresh this thing. Might become more live. I don't know. Right, what? So, alright, I think maybe we just need to refresh this view. So only the chicken projectile... Alright. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna discard this. It's a bit annoying because I gotta redo a lot of the stuff that I've just done. So, revert.
Yeah, okay.
Revert. Now, back here, I'm gonna add back in this new weapon. Thank God I committed this stuff before I broke everything. Weapons, projectile, color by ammo. We got here weapon ammo. Can I?
This child is getting wildly out of way.
Oh, that's the wrong spot. Remove that. We want this in this one. Okay. Color by ammo. Projectile. Exactly. Okay. Wing flap. Oh, that's not going to be what I want, actually. What am I doing? So there's going to be 1, 2, 3. That's 6 chickens. Okay. And we'll go in here, and it's the chicken bodies. So that's actually... Oh, that's
Okay.
not what I wanted.
I'm gonna need one of our wheels here.
Okay, so if we go these chicken bodies, chicken, chicken, chicken. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Actually, probably to make sure that I've done this correctly,
What?
let's do this instead.
What's going on here?
So now that's done. So that should work actually. I think that's how it's gonna be. So 0 ammo, because what's gonna happen is the ammo. No, the projectile happens here. If we move, oh no, the ammo happens first. So when the weapon fires, the ammo is gonna be the first thing that receives the firing, and.
We didn't make the stream bad.
We didn't start the stream.
It looks quite cool now.
Yeah, I think it looks really good actually.
I didn't expect this to go that
this
well.
This accidental change due to color issues, I think, has actually made this enemy more interesting looking. Because it was a bit, I mean, it was cool, but it was a bit more plain before. Now
this is a really powerful saw engine.
That's why it's got all this smoke coming out of it.
It's on fire.
It's only on fire when it's nitro boosting.
Yep.
Alright, so
hopefully anyway.
Picking these chicken colors. Just getting the weapon ammo, that should be right. I think this should go in the right order.
By the way, dinner is really tasty.
I forgot about dinner!
You didn't have any.
I'll have it after the stream.
Yeah. You need to get some eats. Alright. Ship it. We're done. Cool.
Yeah, now you have to redo the death sequence though, right? Oh, I just saw a curve. That's not allowed.
What, this?
No! Curves in our art style. Get it away! Get it away.
Get it away, get it away, get it away now.
Listen, no more of that.
I love you so much.
Thanks, Akash. So what we used that plugin and it actually worked first try without any problems.
Come on, you piece of crap. There you go.
Did you save it?
Yes.
Save
I'm saving it. Saving it. It's fine. Right.
Roy has a tendency to large Inkscape files that crash. He needs to be careful. Anyway, sorry, Akash. Yes, the dual stream is working great. Actually, that plugin's been fantastic. So from what I can tell, now we're really not having any worse performance than I was when I was streaming by myself. Now it's still terrible, but that's just our internet being awful. So I'm getting Roy's feed directly from his computer through OBS over the local network. So it's not having to go out. Because not only were we sending it out, we were sending it out on 2 different streams and coming back down on 2 different streams, then sending up my feed on another stream. It was terrible. It was stupid and so hacky. But I just wanted to try it and get it working. This is much better. Much, much, much better.
Much better.
And it was really easy to set up, and it's been fantastic. I know that it doesn't work for some people, but for us it worked first try. So, yay! Yeah, now we just have to have less bad internet. That'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
Why don't I get these Unity errors? Okay. Right, now chickens. So now I have to reset this up, so we just went to sprite group. Sprite group. Oh, and I do need also to reset up these sprites because they broke. It's really, really obnoxious. Okay, so wing flap. Apply.
Alright, that should be fine. Export at 30 DPI. Except we're not, because it's a lot smaller, isn't it?
We need chicken bib. Chicken bib. Let's change chicken color to something. We're gonna make a green chicken. Alright, we need to change all these chickens to be on the projectiles. Alright, so the body's going to 0.
Suddenly I'm a virus.
Did you get a virus?
No.
Did you get 300,000 viruses?
Maybe.
Where's this bib?
I like what you call it bib.
Why is it not showing up?
Hmm.
I'm really confused now. Where's my bib? Oh, It's got a scale of 0. That's why it's not showing up, Sarah. Good job. You're good at game dev. You're really, really good at it. All right, face. You're going to level 2 face. Wing flap, level 2. Tail, level 2. Everything's level 2, man. All right, this is going to 100. And then we're going to dupe the wing flap. Doop-de-doop.
Yen mortar train.
Wing flap, tint. This is going to go to 100. Close. And let's make this not green.
Is that a green chicken?
Not anymore. It's not green. You saw nothing. There's no green chickens.
This engine is armored.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning.
We didn't start a website.
Okay. I really hate to break it to you guys, but this seems to have worked on the first try.
That's actually blasphemous.
Alright, let me just try putting this. I want to show you. So I've got these chickens. So what happens now is that when I fire a chicken, it changes the projectile color of the chicken projectile to correspond to the one that was sitting in the box. And it seems to be working on like the first try. I'm really like, what? So see all these different chickens. It's the right color. And that one's now. See, look, it's the right color. I'm just absolutely flabbergasted by the fact that this worked. What even? All right, yay! Sorry, that was loud. I'm just really excited. Okay, so projectile matches chicken color. Okay, I'm gonna put you back on Roy now.
And colorful. Okay, now that we have all our stuff, let's make it happen.
I'm gonna commit this before anything else breaks in Unity because Unity is being a douchebag.
That's not nice.
It's true though. It really was being a douchebag. I really don't understand how that happened. Just like the serialization just got completely screwed. All right, so it's just a new kind of weird, pointless script, but whatever.
This picture's only 11 kilobytes. Okay. Saw engine sprite. This better not be anything to do with the saw engine. Does it?
If you override the saw engine sprite, it will change the saw engine sprite as well.
Poop. Well, better make my own then.
Yeah, you'll have to make a separate one, and then just drag. You can still use that same. You don't have to change the prefab that you've got there. That's fine. It's just that if you override that sprite, both the saw engine's prefab and your mortar engine's prefab, they're pointing to the same sprite. So what you need to do is make a new sprite and change your mortar engine's prefab to point to that new sprite. Do you understand?
My mortar engine has a saw engine sprite in it.
Your mortar engine has a sub-game object in the mortar engine prefab, and that is pointing to the saw engine sprite. Make a new one. Make a new copy. So don't change don't make a new copy of the prefab.
Should I make a copy of this sprite? Duplicate this?
No, not there. That is not the sprite, that is the sprite renderer. It is simply pointing to the texture that is sitting on your computer. Okay? So what you need to do is rather than, so what you did this time is did you replace the other sprite that was sitting in the assets file?
No, I put this sprite, this thing, in the mortar train thing. So now this is a different thing from this thing.
Oh, you're fine then.
Oh?
Never mind. I didn't know what was going on. That's my fault.
Okay. So, because...
As long as you don't replace the sprite texture, nothing will be bad. That's fine.
So, but this EN saw engine dash sprite prefab is not the same as the one in the actual saw engine, right?
Okay. Do you see how it's part of this? That means that if you do select, click select here. That'll select the prefab and tell you what it is. Okay, what it is it's too far down in here, but it's selecting the mortar train prefab. That means if you change it, it's not going to change the saw engine's prefab. It'll only change the mortar engine's prefab. That makes sense?
Making me happy.
I wish that it still highlighted that. It's a bit obnoxious, but what that means is it's just too deep down. It'll only go to the second level in the prefab there.
So if I scrolled up here and then selected, it'd be like, oh, no. It did not move it down at all.
Hmm?
Like, if I select it, it doesn't do anything here.
No. Unfortunately, it's a little dumb. But basically what you can do is you say, you know that this is a prefab, you know that this is part of that prefab, that's the prefab it's part of, okay? The one that's on the top.
I'm just going to go ahead and do stuff and hopefully it doesn't break.
God, Roy, no, look, okay, you need to understand this. Okay. So, let me see if I can describe this better to you. Alright, so we've got a saw engine prefab here. Jay, do you understand? That's from the saw engine prefab.
Yes.
This is the mortar engine prefab. You understand that, right? If I select that, it selects the mortar engine.
Yes.
Okay? Anything inside this, since you've hit apply or have dragged it out, you know, anything inside this is part of its prefab. Even if I were to put this extra saw engine inside here, if I then hit apply, it no longer is its own prefab. It's now part of this one. And this other saw engine, if I drag it back out, it'll be separate. Okay?
Anything I do to anything inside the mortar train object prefab will not affect any other prefabs.
It will not affect any other prefabs unless you actually change the textures that they're pointing at. That's what I thought you were talking about before. So if you'd, for example, taken the texture on the original saw engine and like deleted it and put another one with the same name, then that would affect everything that was using that texture.
Right.
But you didn't do that, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So do you kind of understand how this works now?
Okay.
Right. Good?
Yeah.
You good? Okay, good.
It means I can do whatever I want. Let's see. This sprite shall be not this, but this.
I've been missing some class discussion over here from Elboss. We've got toxic waste chickens, and then disbelief that my chicken, or that my thing worked the first try. You can make a game out of the delay. That's the mark of a true game designer.
That's like that
Okay.
the two Ronnies sketch where they're playing Mastermind, but he's always answering the question that will be asked next, and it makes it sound really funny.
God.
So it'd be like, who are the lords of Parliament? It'd be like, two small tortoises. And then like, what would you call two reptiles that are like in a shell? It'd be like, lunch.
No,
It's really good.
Okay. Is it like the idea is like he had the answers, but he was like one off or something?
It's like he's always answering one step ahead, but because of the way it's we get to see it, it's really funny.
Right.
Like out of context.
That's very strange.
Sure.
Okay. Right, okay. So, colored chickens. I'm going to actually do this one properly. I've not been doing this. This is what I've been oh, gosh. Ah. Right, so what we've got here is chicken projectile color matches chicken color on cardinal. Alright. Now, we also need to make the particles match the chicken color. Which is a little bit of pain in the butt. So let's try that. How to do that? What are you giggling about?
I shouldn't read the script.
Get back to work.
Okay. Okay, so I need to make this guy smaller somehow.
Alright, so we put
I
particles.
guess we just try and make it the same as this one. Get rid of this.
So
Oh!
just change
Whoop.
dark color.
Whoops. Right, we actually need to not do that.
Okay, Roy, have you given me a white chicken feather yet? Because I need that.
A white chicken feather.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Also, why is this feather here? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's a red and a brown one. Pardon me. I will get you that
Find out
feather.
where this feather's used. No results found. You have lied, thing. This feather is used. Oh no.
I'm glad I make you happy. Let's use this plumage feather. That's easy.
Oh yeah, I think it's the same sprite.
Good.
Problem. Can you make it a square whenever you send me?
Square.
Yeah,
Sure.
because otherwise it'll distort it.
Let's see.
And please make the feather white.
Wait.
Ting says my phone somewhere else, so I don't care. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna get a refill of the elixir of life, Dr. Pepper.
Alright, so this is going to be there. I shall export that. It's quite a big feather, actually. Let's make that less. Yeah. This is growing chickens. Look at those lovely chicken feathers. It's actually a different feather. But we'll just make that 4. And there we go.
Akash,
All yours.
when are we gonna play more D&D, man? I miss it. I miss our D&D times. I know it's gonna be quite a while till you hear me asking that.
Blup.
Colored chicken equality, yes. Very important. Well, the way we see it, Elboss, is, you know, the actual world's too boring.
The actual world is a savage place that will grind you to dust if you let it.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Roy.
Just be happy.
So that's why we're going to have... Actually, our chickens are very boring colored. I'm a little bit surprised that Roy's giving me boring chicken colors. But in general, our philosophy is that we're going to have things that aren't necessarily reality in this game because reality's boring.
Does that mean I should have made things more colorful?
Well, I know you've talked about having horses with pompadours and rainbow-colored manes. So...
No, I mean better than that. Like, make the walls of Ambush Canyon like psychedelic colors.
No, because that would give people... That would actually make our players vomit. We would not do that. Like, Ambush Canyon is already a little bit vomit-inducing.
Really?
Yeah, some people really don't like it because of the close wall. I think it's okay, but...
Well, if you want to just throw the chickens into the RBG generator...
No, they're gonna be fine as it is, but what I mean is, in general, like you talk about your horse mains and stuff.
Yay.
It doesn't need to be entirely realistic.
Well, I'm happy with how it's going so far.
Also, the man could hit a piece of lumber 3 times before it splintered, and therefore he would get a splinter. That's based on our lumber cargo.
3 times is your answer.
3 times. See, because this
A
is
1,
the lumber.
a 2, a 3.
This is the lumber.
3 times.
And then it hits you 3 times, and then it splinters into little pieces, and then you die. Azure.
Mist. Magically become
Azure is
big.
here.
Ha!
Lovey's not here tonight, Azure. I don't know. She's maybe just doing something else. I've not spoken to her tonight. Got on my dead man's suit.
And my smiling screen.
Night, Akash.
Got nicht.
And a song to sing. That is quite quite a consequence of becoming square.
That's... I think that's even better than I'll make you a bad poet with dreams.
No, that's still my favorite curse from my favorite book ever. Like, you just saying that gave me happy feelings inside.
Aww.
I'm a little bit obsessed with The Last Unicorn. It's like my favorite thing ever. And one of the characters in there threatens someone by saying, "I'll turn you into a bad poet with dreams." And I just thought it was very cute. Yeah. We used to play, well, Roy has never been a big tabletop RPG guy until I came along, but I used to play a lot back with my friends in the States. When I moved here, didn't really have anyone to play with, but then Akash and Fruji and Roy and I have all been playing together, and it's lovely, but we're all very busy, so we don't often get to play together.
Scrap bed.
I've got a better one, Elboss. I was this is back when I was studying chemical engineering, right? And I had my lecturer had come by my desk, and I had been drawing on my assignment, right? And I'd drawn this very angry looking fellow, and he said, "Oh, have you finished the assignment?" And I just kind of looked down at my drawing, and he goes, "Oh yes, you are correct," and then walked away. And he's normally this very serious little Asian man, and he just said, "Oh yes, you are correct," and then just walked away. And I was just like, what just happened to my life? He was a great teacher, though. He was very, very good. I was pleased that he had a sense of humor.
To discover.
Okay. So, Roy, you put those up onto Google then?
No.
Then
Did I put what up onto?
you just say no immediately.
What?
the chicken feathers
The chicken feathers.
that you were working on when I went to the other room.
What's wrong with these feathers? They're...
What's wrong with these feathers?
They should be in the chicken aisle.
So you have put them up there?
Yes.
Okay. So then don't just answer no when I ask.
Oh, it's tiny, but that's good. They should be small.
Well, the original one
Look how big they are. They're massive.
The original one was 112.
Yeah.
Is that what the new one is?
These are 12.
Can they be 112?
Why? Because they're supposed to be really small.
Do you think 12 pixels is big enough?
For little particles.
Let me just see. But I don't know what else that feather was used for. Maybe it's fine. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'll leave the feather alone. I don't know what that feather is used for. My asset usage detector is not detecting it being used, but obviously it is being used, so that's making me a little nervous. It makes me concerned that my asset usage detector is not working.
I'm a silly goober.
A goober?
If I was a main character in a 90s TV cartoon, I would be called Goober.
That just makes me think of Skeeter.
Exactly.
From Doug.
Do 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 do.
Actually, it makes me think of, oh, you killer tofu.
What?
It was this band in Doug. I can't remember the name of the band.
Oh.
But they had this song, Killer Tofu. It was really silly. Okay, what are we doing? I've gotten so distracted. So this is in the chicken section.
It's in the chicken aisle.
Oh yeah, this is a much smaller feather. Oh, and you marry Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about us anyway. I don't care about that.
Ooh, wee, ooh.
Okay.
Does it really matter? No, it's kind of not. It's a little bit above the bottom of that shuriken. Okay.
Alright, so where...
Yes, that's about right. But it's a fake. Oh.
Feather... Got way too much stuff open right now. Alright, chicken particle. There we go. So... I don't know, Roy. It just does not look... That feather's a lot fatter on the end than these feathers were.
Yeah, it's an old one.
Are you okay with that?
Let me make... Oh no, I opened Blender. Get away. Let me just... You know, I can fix that. Because it's this one. Was the actual one. Bulb.
I think that they just read better as feathers if they're more narrow at the tip.
Okay.
At that small
Oh,
size.
God.
And can you please... Oh, what did you do? Can you please make it a little bit bigger? Because I think that is a little too small.
Okay, we'll make it 30.
Maybe twice as big as it was?
Yeah.
Is
That was
twice?
15.
Oh, 15, jeez.
Oops. You need to be white.
That's racist.
I need to be white.
That's also racist.
Ooh, wee, ooh. I sure look like but a holly.
Ooh, and I look like Buddy Holly. Oh, oh, and you marry Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about us anyway.
I'm pretty sure Elboss is like a rapper in disguise.
He appears to be rapping.
It makes you think of Dave. Dave and Jade. Like rapping in their chat. Remember that?
Yeah, I just thought that Elboss said he's a big avocado, but he said a big advocate.
Avocado of freedom. I'm gonna Google that and see what happens.
Roy, work.
Nothing happened.
Did you upload that chicken? Okay, you got the feather for me. Thank
I see freedom is the ability to paint a purple avocado wherever you go.
What? That's a word of wisdom. A single word? Many words of wisdom right there. He is rapping. It's amazing. I can't even handle it. That looks much better, why thank you. Alright, so chicken, we need to thingy this. Unthingy, my very technical term. Alright, so now I can set this to be a color. Now I can also do random between two colors. Yes! Yes! Right, so then I could do like this color and then that color but a little darker. So how would I do that? Like that. Do I want random between two colors? Like, do we want different colors for this chicken?
For the feathers?
For the feathers.
Well, if they match the chickens they came from, that would make sense.
That's all I'm talking about. But do you want them to be different
sizes? No. It's fine if they just poof.
What I'm saying is they need to be a variation of colors of the color of the chicken that they came from. Or is a single color okay?
Oh no, just one color per color.
Okay, that's fine then.
One color per color of chicken.
Right, okay, so then...
You understood what I meant.
What I could do is sprite group could also have particle group. This is now kind of creeping the feature of this a little bit. Maybe I should just make another one. So this is going to be pretty much the same as a sprite group, but for particles. I don't know, this is a little bit silly. But
Just being me is what I want to be. The perfect Roy, which is the only kind. You. You're fine. Let's see. We need an enemy. And enemies.
and enemies.
And make hit. In the saw engine, we have a mortar engine, and we'll put these beans where they should go.
Beans.
Beans.
Beans, a musical fruit.
The more you eat, the more you toot.
Please do the thing I want to do.
That's the correct color. That is the correct color.
No, it's not particle system. It's particle system, not particle renderer. I'm bad at things.
Everyone dies. Everyone dies. Everyone dies.
What are you saying, boy? You're being creepy.
It's the Anna quotation.
Oh.
I actually had someone come up to me when I was walking home from high school. There was like a group of I was walking along the street at like 7 at night. There's like these 5 drunk guys, like men, walking in the other direction, and so I was dressed in my school uniform, a tie and shirt and blazer and all that. And one of them very drunkenly pointed at me and said, "You run for Prime Minister, I'm voting for you." I always remember that. That's generally how people choose their election material. This crossbar shall be this color. No, it can be this pink. I like pink. Let's make it this little pink. Pink's a good color. Back to Future says so. Alright, you little murders. I'm gonna put you up here. And you're gonna like it.
So, this might work.
Oh man. Why is that skill up? Okay, cool. Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's real good.
Hate to break it to you, Elboss, but this worked the first time as well.
That is also blasphemy.
Mamo, do you want to say hello to Elboss?
Yeah, make Meow Meow say hello to Elboss.
Mama's asleep.
Oh!
He's all curled
Wait,
up.
what just happened there?
Did it break?
Something unrelated to the new code may have just broken.
Oh god. That stone's pretty good for
I'm
that.
just gonna wait and get rid of these because I need to check something. God, go away, mortars. Okay. So it looked like... No, he didn't change. Okay, maybe it's okay. That middle bottom chicken does not look like he's had a random color chosen for him. He just looks completely white.
No, don't quote me when I run for president.
Yeah, it happens. Oh no.
What?
So that bottom middle chicken is not changing its color. And instead, when it spawns, it's changing the chicken next to it. That's really strange. Okay, I think I probably know what's going on. So let's find out. So this chicken, each of these chickens has this random trigger, and this one is still selecting the wrong one. That's all. Easy to fix. Okay. Cool. Hey, alright, so I finished another thing. I might eventually actually finish these chickens at this rate. It's amazing. Alright, save. Save project.
This is absolute bedlam. I've got 2 mortar engines.
Your train is getting wrecked.
Yeah, I need to check something.
By the way, you can change how frequently those mortar engines fire and stuff. Right now they're
That's good.
that very probably too fast. Because the problem is right now, I think you definitely need to make it a little bit slower because there's Z fighting, And it's going to be hard to fix that, so you can just make them a little bit slower so they don't see you fight.
Yeah, so it turns out we're going to have to make this enemy on the background scenery layer.
Yeah. That would be the right place for it.
And it's going to be behind this mesa.
Okay, so we've saved. Save and do it again. Multiple saves.
Shows up this one.
It's flying in the air, Roy.
So it'll have to be below 0, I believe. Everything here is going to be below
Everything the light touches
is our kingdom. I will never be able to replicate the voice of James Earl Jones.
No, you won't. Alright, so chicken, feather particles match chicken color, and fizzed bug with center bottom chicken color.
Oh,
What
it's a
have you
cute
done?
cat.
Yeah, sure. I used to have a cat that would do that all the time. She would just for no reason. Like, and we said she'd be like a prairie dog. You know, she'd like stand up and look around. No, not prairie dog. Meerkat. Sorry, meerkat. You know, stand up and look around, and it was really cute. It was so adorable. I loved it. I miss that kitty. I had to leave her back in the States with my ex-boyfriend. Our current cat does not stand up, but she is also adorable.
If she wakes up, we'll show you to her.
Yeah. Or if we get to the end of the stream and she still doesn't wake up, we'll rudely wake her up and show you her. She's even cuter when she's sleepy.
Yeah, she doesn't care. Ooh, I sure look like Buddy Holly.
Alright, so what else we need? One other thing here that we don't have is particles.
One thing we
should
forgot
not wink out on deck.
is
This
this
is
thing.
a problem with several of our guys. I'm gonna put it here. Okay, on hit, explode in feathers. So what we can do for this?
How violent.
Yeah, well, they're angry chickens. That's what they do. Look
Oh
at him.
God.
Look at his face. Look at his angry, angry face. All right, he's not happy. He's gonna explode. All right, so
he's gonna bury you here.
we're gonna bury you here. So here's the death particles. So what I want to see, the coal does this. So the coal projectile death particles.
You're not even good enough to be my fake.
Delete that. We've got this. Let's dupe.
I was watching people speedrun Sonic Adventure 2, and there's this scene you cannot skip. It's like the only one in the game, and everyone was just quoting it in the back.
Chickens, projectile, death particles.
I'll make you eat those words.
Apply, select, and let's put this in here too.
Everything at 30.
What's this? Broadcasting. Need icons for a cargo and stuff. It's confusing right now.
Lake
We
Penn's
have
Beach.
icons
Penn's
for
Beach.
cargo. Maybe I'll waste time doing that. I think I'm gonna do that now. Let's waste some time, everybody. Do.
That's what we're best at.
Huh? Wasting time.
Yes.
Well, I
'Cause
know
we're
this
millennials.
is really stupid, but it bothers me that my cargo definition doesn't have an icon. So I just need to go to
start with our saw engine. That should be
Is it just an item definition?
background scenery
It's the same.
0.
That's okay.
Well, let's make it -1. Wheels small will be background scenery -2.
That's not it.
Now, before we go any
Wow,
further,
where'd it
let's
go?
make sure I'm not messing up horribly. Because these background hoodoos. By the way, I really love that they're called hoodoos. Okay, so these are mesas. Okay. The background hoodoos are all the way at -20, so that's fine. Or not. What? Hang on. Oh, yes, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's correct. We need to be below 10. So we'll make it 0. Between 10 and -20. So let's make this 0. Where is it? Mover sprite. Engine body, make that 0. Make these wheels 1 and 1. Background scenery. And whatever the smoke is, I don't really care. Or do I? It's listed as background enemies, so let's change that to background scenery. And make that -1.
Chickens are pretty mean, man.
Yeah.
My family used to own chickens. And ducks. And geese. Geese are really mean. But the chickens were pretty bad. We had some roosters and they're not nice. They will attack you. Yeah, somehow it does take longer than 30 minutes. I don't know. It's pretty weird.
Yeah. It's pretty strange. Exhaust. Whoa. Let's just make that this. That's -5. Yep, that's good. That's good. That's perfectly fine. Yep, all the smoke's good. -3, -5. Leglaco.
I don't know where my icons are. Oh, whatever. It's okay. I don't need icons from everything. Or do I?
That's great.
That's fine. Okay, so now if I go back up here. Haha, icon. Okay, cool. Fantastic.
Boring.
Pigeons are cute. Okay. So, right, we got chicken particles. Okay, now we gotta try to make this do what we want. So, right, if we put this in here, and then we need to have it face this direction. Right. Yep. And we want it to be there. Right, okay. So that should be similar. Yeah. There's always a place for chickens if you try hard enough.
Aww.
That's adorable. Alright, honestly, I think we are fine now with how this is set up. So that's the coal, that one's going to delete. Gonna apply, we're gonna make sure it's in the right spot. Yes, apply. So now if we look at the coal projectile, in its defense areas, chicken projectile, detonate on ground, blah, 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 but we need a spawner here. So this is basically what we want. We're going to copy this component and put that here. And then the difference is the spawn point will just be ourselves. The rigid body should be also here, yes, and then this is the death particle. Oops, nope, that's not right. Spawn point is here. There, yes. And that should work. So now we should be able to delete these, make sure that's applied, close it, and we should get death particles. Now the only thing is, these aren't going to be the right color. But for now, let's just see if it works. So let's try having all these chickens attack. Couldn't really tell.
How did we have this?
Yeah, we had some death. Oof. I think we might
So
need
that
them to
should
be
look like-
faster and more of them. Yeah, we need more feathers.
More.
Okay, so but that's working. So let's see here. So we've got this. That's not right.
-2, -3.
There. Okay, now let's do more. And maybe not so far forward. So if I rotate it, so what I can do is okay, so maybe a little bit farther to the right. There. We can make them even more. More! Let's do more. Okay. Go a little faster. Yeah. Alright. Accurate chicken physics. It's very important.
Okay, head is 2, body is 3.
Okay.
Head is 2, body is 3. Head is 2, body is 3. Oops.
Right, I think this is a little better. So let's see how this looks. We'll apply, turn that off, and then see what happens.
Head is 2, body is 3, background scenery. Head is 2, body is 3, background scenery. Okay. Number 1. You get to hide here, I guess. No, you can move up a bit there.
That's a bit better. I can actually see the feathers
Over
more.
Here.
Yeah, that's better.
Yes, hung here.
Much better. Okay, now colors. So how do we get
Okay.
these colors to match? Oh,
Yes.
what we could do is...
That's about right. There we go. Now we just need to apply, turn it off, and voila! Wow! Look at that, you can see them better.
they're,
Also, why are they in front of everything?
are they?
Hang on, hang on, hang on. I thought I fixed everything. Background enemies.
This work.
I get 400,000 viruses. Mortar train. We want that bandit Badlands. We gonna say, hey, mortar train. Don't go to any place.
Okay, hold
Just
on.
go
This
nowhere.
chicken has custom AI. Okay, maybe I can do this. Here.
That's better. Ah, perfect. Ain't that lovely?
So first of all, move this all the way to the bottom.
Oh, I'm happy with that. So, Han, you have here an animation on when the thingy moves at the back. It's ease out when it should be ease in, ease out.
Okay. Is it, let me just check. That's the mortar train?
Yeah.
Mortar train. Okay, did I not expose that?
I haven't. If it's the AI, I haven't.
Oh no, it's on the mover. You can change that easy.
Oh.
So go to the mortar train. Go to the saw engine mover, and change the easing function to whatever you want.
Quad ease in out.
Fixed.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Oh, that's so much better. Oh, screw off flying train. Thank you for helping me with that, huh? That's a lot better. You know, it's weird, there's a lot of blue, but I think it stands out a lot more.
It does stand out more.
And now he glides along the tracks instead of being like...
All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely?
No.
You died. And why is Billy not colored?
Oh god.
He is not racist. He's not of a race.
He ain't a red skin.
Roy,
Sorry.
that was not a nice thing to say.
I'm not very PC.
No, it's not that it's not PC. It's like, that's like a really bad slur.
I know.
I know people don't realize that, but it is. That's like saying the N-word.
Yeah.
So please don't say that. It's not a pleasant word. Okay. Just out of deference for your 1/16th Native American wife.
Hey, I will be respectful of all Native Americans, thank you.
Whether or not they're your wife.
That's why I didn't have people with rockets in their heads.
I know, it was a great idea, darling. I'm sorry that I poo-pooed on your idea.
It's okay. I'd rather not offend anyone than have cool ideas.
I hate that word, though. Offend. It's not that they're offended. It's that it's like
It's
detrimental. It's a harmful stereotype.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not that they're just like, oh, I declare. It's like,
You suddenly become British.
it's not like you said fuck in front of them. It's like, it's more like you.
I punched them in the face.
Yeah. Well, maybe not.
Like
Not
that's.
physical violence, but it perpetuates a bad thing.
But it would be less what it feels like if I had.
A bit, you know, like I've not really had. I've been pretty lucky. I've not really
It's
had,
like vocal violence, you know.
Yeah. Whenever you do have something, something like that said about you or around you, it does feel a bit like a punch in the gut.
Yeah.
I had a situation where my boss was joking about, at a previous job, was joking, right? Okay, but still, like, oh, we're gonna hire this person. Oh, because they're hot, you know, basically implying that they're hiring this woman because she looked good for a game dev job. And even though it was joking, it still like feels like a punch in the gut. You know, it's not a nice feeling. So if I can spare people that feeling and it doesn't really hurt me, I'll do it. You know, no reason to make people feel crappy just because I think something's funny.
Yeah.
You
should be careful with your humor.
Yeah, otherwise you're just kind of being a douchebag.
Yeah.
But whatever, you know. All right.
So I would spawn this guy -15. Let's see what happens.
So this is an old script. What do I want to do here? I need an on enable that is not in here yet. So what I need is I'm gonna have the defense spawn, defense spawner, and I'm gonna get a hold of it. And what I'm also gonna need done. Oh dear. You're very silly. Alright, so then on defense killed. Wait, that's not what I want. I want on spawn. On defense spawn. And we're gonna do, this is spawned. Right, so what we actually want here is this gonna be called spawned. Right, okay, so that's fine. And then defense spawner dot on object spawned plus equals on. Actually, Elboss, I do in fact have a Mac, but I also have a PC. So there. People on the Indie Dev Facebook group were like, which is better, Mac or PC for development? I'm like, oh god, it doesn't matter. Just get over it. That's because hedgehogs are always good, as you are. Because they're adorable. I kind of like humor that's like purposely kind of dumb. I don't know. It's just the very immature side of me, I suppose. Okay, so what we want here is we're just gonna say this get component. I know for a fact will be in there. In children. Well, this is gonna be a bit complicated, isn't it? Balls. Okay. So what we want is basically this kind of thing. So we're gonna have color, and we're gonna get this and do this. Okay. color is going to be right. What we need here is now. Oh gosh, serialize field. Private sprite renderer. Sprite color reference. I'm gonna get this working. Color. Then we're gonna have that and then that. Yes. Okay. Alright, so then we've got the chicken.
Chicken licking.
So what I need now is for this guy, we just need to add this defense and the projectile sprite, and then I think that hopefully we'll have the right color tail feathers.
Where is it that I change?
Move over, let me see you shake your tail feather.
How much it fires?
Move over, let me see you shake your tail feather. Hold on 1 second.
One.
Have you figured it out already? Do you not need me?
I'm fine.
I'm not needed. Oh no, my batteries are broken. Alright, that's working. Fab. Okay. What did you need?
I'm good.
Oh. Well, fine. Twist it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Apparently never actually committed the changes I made before. Oops. But I staged them. Alright. Save, 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 save.
I was wrong.
You didn't have what you needed?
No.
Do you need help?
I don't know. Oh, time between explosions. That's when it dies. Okay.
Alright, so... What?
Well, you said I could change how fast
Mortar
the mortar...
fire spacing. That's the time between, like, the offset.
Mortar fire.
It's in the Mortar Train AI script.
Mortar train. Aha.
Yeah.
Mortars, mortar fire spacing. 1.
So it was 0.5 before.
Cool.
I think.
This should be good.
Yes. Right, okay. And
I think we need to change this. Because
Save.
it makes it like I don't have any control, but I do have control. It's just I haven't sped up anything yet.
Sped up anything?
The Billy, when you're on Billy, and you don't have full steam. This is a lot more constant. Look at these guys, they're
Minus
cute.
16 FPS. Well, that may be more of a potentially specs issue rather than what operating system it is, Elboss.
Like it actually gets faster, but your game is reversed.
I mean, I don't know your situation, so I cannot say for certain.
Well, like this, they're behind the thing. Alright, let's try this for real. I'm gonna put you to 100. I'm gonna put this hoodoo.
Hoodoo, you do?
Voodoo.
Every time you say voodoo. Voodoo!
Voodoo.
Oh,
This
no.
is
that
120.
is a racist game.
Yeah.
That was some not kind stereotypes.
Also, let's turn on our music.
Dun, dun, ba-dun, dun, 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 dun. Wait, what is the Bandit Badlands music?
I'm just using Ambush Canyon.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good music. I like the Ambush Canyon music.
That's not right.
Bam, 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 doom, doom, boom, boom. That is the right music,
No,
isn't it?
it's not supposed to happen then.
Oh.
happen at 13.
I wish the sun was out now. Actually, I don't, because that would mean it was a weird time of day. That wouldn't be correct. But it's dark here.
Okay, here.
Dark and lonely. You got tutorial here?
Yeah.
With all these guys?
No, this is the steam train tutorial. So then it's like blah 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 blah. Then you're like, okay, I'll put a thing on. And then it goes into this bit with all the guys. I can see my bell ringing again.
It took a long time to get to that point.
Yep.
Was there like an icon back there?
Oh yeah, this shows up there.
Oh dear. Get it! Get it! Nice.
I think I screwed up the explosion somewhere.
Okay, well we'll take a look at everything. We'll have a sort of a, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not the word I'm looking for, but like a vetting process or like a, you know, going over everything and making sure it's review. There's a specific word I was looking for, but I can't remember.
Ha! Away with you, scoundrels! I think they're down here somewhere.
What, they're invisible?
No, I don't think I've actually put many enemies here. Ah, here's
What?
Here's a nerfed guy.
He doesn't seem nerfed. He seems still really strong.
I thought I nerfed you. No, go away. Okay. Here's the thing, though. You can sort of see something behind the mountains.
Oh no.
Gotta deal with that.
Yeah, we need to reduce the smoke mobility. We keep saying that and not doing it.
And then at some point, all the mountains go away and it's revealed, haha, it's these douchebags. Also, we need to make that music repeat.
Yeah. Well, it does. It just doesn't have a good loop right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm done.
You're done.
It's
Oh
past
wow,
11.
we're past our normal stream end time. Okay. All right, so Roy, why don't you show the kitty to the stream watchers?
Kitty.
Introduced Willow, and you're awake.
Yes.
Meow, meow, meow.
Oh, you're a purr. You're a big sleepy purr. This is Willow. This is the kitty. The cutest kitty. Aren't you? You're on camera. Lots of people watching you. Yeah, see, that's you over there. Oh.
Yay!
Really
All right,
cute.
guys, that's us for tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Wave goodbye.
It was really lovely to meet you, Elboss. So thank you. You made the stream much more entertaining.
Thank you so much.
Azure, thank you for stopping by again. And Akash, I know you're not here, but thank you as well. And anybody else who's watching, thank you guys so much. And we will be back next Monday at the same time. And every day of the weekdays, Monday through Friday, that is the plan. The plan may be revised, but now that our setup is working, that is what we're planning to do. So thank you again, and we will see you guys next week. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.